Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode here on the Hurricane Havoc Show. I am your host, Reegan MacAulay, and here today I am joined by none other than this week's Hurricanes Female Athlete of the Week. It is Sarah Nyhouse from the women's basketball team. Sarah, you're coming off a performance last weekend where you recorded 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal against the UKC Blue Devils in a 99-72 win in front of the Holland Hurricanes fan base here at the McMillan Centre. Just tell us what that win was like, especially, in front of the Hurricanes fans, and what it means for your performances to be honored by being named Female Athlete of the Week.
Yeah, well, it was a really, really good win for us. Beating one of the top 2 teams. It was really great for our confidence as a team. We have been a little bit up and down throughout the season, so getting that win really gave us a bit of confidence, and especially with, hosting the championships coming up, that's just really good for us to have that under our belt, as well as our home crowd we love. In our gym, it's nice and it's a really great atmosphere. I think it's a lovely sized space in that you can really get a lot of noise, and the support is lovely from the fans.
Now, so 6 wins, 6 losses, middle of the league on a 2-game win streak, though that certainly does help. You have 60 points so far. Obviously, it is a young team, not a whole lot of returnees from last season's roster, but head coach Chris Connolly has obviously praised you guys a lot for how you perform and how you all have such a high level compete. So the way I see it is statistics don't always define a team necessarily. I want to ask, do you agree with that, and what do you think the team is really capable of?
Yeah, 100%. The role people play on the floor, bringing the right energy, I think just makes all the difference. I definitely felt that in our win on Saturday. Everyone was fighting, everyone wanted the win, and everyone contributed, and they were on the stat sheet, but, the stats aren't always what matter. It's that putting in that extra 10%.
And now, since you're a rookie, you have to tell us what your first season here with the Holland Hurricanes has been like so far. Just talk about how you've been gelling with your teammates and the coaches, and how you think you've played so far after 12 games.
Myself, I definitely you always feel like you can do better. I feel like it's definitely been hard for me being so far from home. So I definitely have struggled a little bit, but I'm hoping that I'm getting into more of a groove as I get used to living here and more getting used to the team. Like you said, so many new faces, and everyone's pretty new to each other. So really getting to work together has taken some time, but it's been really great. Everyone is lovely. Canadians on the whole seem to be very nice. So yeah, it's been good.
Cliche. But now going aside from Canada, I guess, knowing you're from Australia, the accent's very, very obvious. Of course, you're from Tasmania, Australia. Just talk about what it was like growing up there, what your young days were like, how you got into the sport of basketball, and how you found your way to Holland College here in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island.
Yeah, well, my whole family has played basketball over the years. My mum played WNBL when she was younger, and I've got cousins that are playing in high leagues all over. But personally, I didn't get into it till 2021. So I was 17 when I started playing, and I just joined a club team and started playing the full organised basketball. And just over time, I was getting experience in training with semi-professional teams and stuff. So it hasn't been a very long journey so far, but I definitely have been given many great opportunities, including the chance to come over here, which my uncle, who does college pathways, found this spot, and Chris had reached out looking for a big, and there I was, nice and tall, so he was very excited to have me come along. And yeah, so that's basically how I ended up here.
And whenever you were recruited, what did you want to personally bring into the Hurricanes program before the season? And what did the coaches see with you in terms of skills and your role?
Obviously, my height is very attractive to any basketball coach. But as for myself, I really wanted to develop, because I still am very new to it all, it feels. So I think it's just been really good for me to come in and, play with new people, different styles, and really just develop my game. It's been, all about development really for me. But yeah, I think I've been able to come in and be a new sort of body for people to play with. People aren't always used to playing with someone so tall, and it can be hard sometimes to get that connection between, your point guard and your centre. But it's been really good.
And talk about the level of play and competition that there is here in the ACAA. Just how does it compare to other leagues that you played in, whether it's, again, like in Australia, I guess I would say?
It's pretty similar. I'd say it is very fast-paced, very, up and back. There's lots of little guards that like to speed up the game. A lot of pressing, which is probably not as predominant back home. But on the whole, it is pretty similar to what I've experienced, yeah.
And now, of course, we have to talk about the upcoming ACAA Basketball Championships here in Charlottetown at the McMillan Centre in early March, which is, it's coming fast, that's for sure. I can only imagine it must feel good for you, and especially in your rookie season, to have the conference championships here. So just tell us what it means to you and how you're looking forward to the championships and what you hope for heading into the championships once they arrive.
Yeah, it means a lot to have our home crowd, and being able to play here at home is just a game changer. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun being able to play over the days. Hopefully we get, a good crowd in to support us. And, we obviously all hope to win. So, yeah, really hoping that we can pull our team together and, bring home the wins.
And now that we are here at the end, going to fire at you some rapid-fire questions just to get to know you a little bit more, especially, being a rookie from Australia. So certainly people will be interested about some of that. Some similar questions that I've asked before to the other athletes I have interviewed. So whatever comes to mind first, just shoot off an answer, whatever comes to mind. Starting off with your common pregame routine.
Wow. I'm pretty chill. I don't really have one, I just like to make sure I get enough sleep. Other than that, I just like to keep to myself, really, just think things through and, yeah.
Common pregame meal?
An apple, something light. Like, if I eat too much, I think it doesn't sit well.
That makes sense. What's currently your go-to pump-up song?
Ooh.
Or songs?
I often listen to something by like Brent Faiyaz, or maybe some Doja Cat, but anything really.
Okay. So far after 12 games, name the ACAA team that you love to play against and the team that you hate playing against, or maybe it's like a place that you love to play at, a place you hate to play at. Like besides here, maybe that might be a little biased.
I quite enjoy playing Mount A. We haven't had much luck up against them, but I do really enjoy playing against them. And I think most of my team would agree with me. MSVU is not the team that we like to go up against.
Okay, good to know. 3 words your teammates and coaches commonly describe you as. What's 3 words that come to mind?
Tall. That's not all I am, but tall, maybe funny. Oh wow, that's hard. I literally can't think of anything.
I feel like I'm getting confident vibes of you with the personality.
Confident? Yeah. Okay, I'll take it.
What nickname do your teammates give you?
I get a lot of Saz, Says. Back home it was Sezzle, but yeah.
Who is the funniest player on the team?
I'm going to have to say Mariam El Shanufi, yeah. She's a funny one.
What is the one thing you love the most about basketball?
I just love how it gets you social, active, and just, gives you some direction, gives you something to be passionate about, yeah.
Okay. And if you could say one thing to, let's say, someone young, someone who wants to get into sports, anyone really, like anything inspirational or motivational, what would you say?
Go for it. Don't be afraid of making mistakes because that is exactly how you learn. That's something I should probably be telling myself more. But yeah, just give everything a go and who cares?
Well, Sarah, thank you very much for your time here on the Hurricane Havoc show, and of course, best of luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
This was Hurricane Havoc. I'm your host, Reegan MacAulay. That was this week's Holland Hurricanes Female Athlete of the Week, Sarah Nyhouse, on the women's basketball team. And Sarah, tell the audience here, remember to...
Fear the storm.
Yes, that you heard there. You heard it from her first right there. Fear the storm. Thanks, everyone, and see you next time.